Hello. Hi. It is me, Jennifer from Little Metal Foxes, and
Julia from Little Metal Foxes.
And Helen from Little Metal Foxes.
hi
We're
everybody.
doing a speed run today.
That's right. I've got a really cool tool to show you. I'm very excited about this. So I was on Instagram, and there was a guy.
Such a surprise.
He was doing this really beautiful little piece that he was finishing, and everybody was like, "That's beautiful. Hold up. What is that that you're using?" Because it was this tool that I have not seen before, and it was like a little sanding tool that was cordless, and I was like, "Wait!" And I went to the thread, and it was like the entire thread was like, "What is that thing?" So
Everyone was more interested in the tool than the work, huh?
I know, and sadly, because the work was beautiful, but this was just like the thing that everybody was like, "Wait, what's this shiny red beautiful thing?" So this little sanding unit, I got one, and I had to get it like I need it right now. So let me show you about this great little sanding unit. Now they are available on Amazon and range in prices from like about $30 to $50. And so depending on where you get it, and it has the name on this is DSPIAE. So I don't know what that means or how to pronounce it. So when you open this great little kit up, it has 2 packs of sanding pads that range from 180 to 1,000. And inside it has these great little tags that actually tell you like what grit you actually have on at the time. So you can buy more of these, or you can use other ones. It is rechargeable, which is awesome. There we go. So it's rechargeable. It comes with a little charging cord, USB cord. It comes with 8 different sanding tips. So you've got a narrow, flat, square kind of shape. You've got some that are kind of wedge-shaped curves. So it has like a little curve on the bottom. Some of them are a big flat square. So you have flats and you have different shapes. But this one I think is super interesting because it's actually designed for corners, which I think is pretty cool. And you've got a curved arc, which is great for inside rings, and a smaller curve for like things like bezels and stuff. So this thing has a little push button start for it, and a lid, a cap, and it has like like 8 different color patterns that you can kind of, yeah, there we go. Hang on. Boop. There we go. So you can see like this sort of does like a different changes of color. So it goes from like red to purple to green to white to so on. But it has 2 different speeds, and you can pop on your little sanding head like that and pick out whichever sanding pad you want. And these are all pre-cut, which is kind of nice for your little shapes. So I'm going to pull one out of here. Come out. Oop, there we go. Oh, it came out all by itself. Hang on. You. Oh, come out. So these guys, come out. There we go. So these guys are all pre-cut, which is really kind of nice, especially for the one that is like a point. So that makes it really easy. But I love the fact that this will allow you to get into like nice tight little corners and into really tight, sweet little areas. Anyway, yeah, so for things that you're trying to kind of get around here, you can turn it on high and go to town. What do you think, ladies?
I think it's
Pretty
pretty dang cool.
There it is. Yeah. So the nice thing is that it's not any more, it's not hard on your hand any harder than like a toothbrush would be. And
Yep.
it's a nice ergonomic shape. But the thing I like too is that because it goes, the motion on this is back and forth, you can get up against really tight little edges. It's really kind of nice. So if you're trying to kind of get into like a nice tight little space, these are thin enough that they can do that. They can get into really small little areas
Mhm.
and sand that right down. So anyway,
Awesome.
what do you think? Is that cool?
Very
That is very
cool.
cool.
Yeah. The other thing I realized while I was looking at this is that you can buy additional sanding grits. You can buy additional heads for this. These are nylon. And my husband, who does a lot of knife work, he saw this and was like, "What? This is great." But he switches out his sanding pads pretty quickly. And he was like, "I might want to buy like an additional set just so I can have
Right. Different grits and
yeah,
different
different grits on the
things.
same shape." Yeah.
Or
So,
potentially modifying a tip if you feel like it's
yeah.
not exactly the way you want it.
Exactly right. Exactly right. So the charge on this lasts for it's like 100 working minutes. So and it only takes like 15 minutes for it to recharge to full.
Wow.
So yeah, it's pretty busy for a little tool. But
Nice.
yeah, there you go, guys. That's my tool of the week.
Woohoo!
You had a really good suggestion, actually.
Yeah, I love this thing. So yeah, but it ranges from about $30 to $50, just depending on how you want it shipped. So if you're doing shipping included, it's a little more expensive. If you do like shipping with Prime, it's a little less expensive. But you can probably find these at hobby shops, I would think, as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if you find them at like nail tech places, because it just has that kind of feel to it. But yeah, there you go. Lots of different shapes and sizes, lots of different grits, and you could always use like micro Velcro on the little tools and on the backs to actually attach different things and kind of change them more quickly. But they do peel off really easily, but not so easily that they come off during use, which is really kind of nice. And but there you go. Ta-da!
Helen,
Yay!
what was your suggestion for?
Oh, I was just saying that like there are other like already adhesive backed sanding things like from 3M that you can use on your that you can get from Rio and wherever for your regular Dremel parts that you could then cut down and use on these. So you can use supplies that you already have or that are easily accessible that you don't have to buy this particular brand's designated. There are options, is what I was trying to say.
There's more options.
Right.
There's more options.
And the 3M sanding papers, adhesive backed sanding papers, micro finishing papers, there are a
Yeah,
bunch of
yeah,
ones
the micro
are really
finish.
good, and
Yeah.
you may, like Helen says, you may already have some. Instead of buying a new set of sanding stuff, which may not have the same grit sizes that you're used to, use the ones you have. You can cut them down.
Well, and you can take like the finishing papers, the ones that are a little more like cloth. Then
Right.
you could put your own adhesive on the back as long as it's a temporary adhesive. And then, like, so you can get up to whatever the white level is.
Yeah.
You can get like a nice high shine on with this thing on hard to
Absolutely.
get places.
Absolutely.
Instead of possibly thrumming, who knows?
Well, and this comes with up to 1,000 grit, which takes you just about up to a polishing level. But yeah, the 3M microfiber or the micro finishes go up to like 6,000, I think, and or 8,000, somewhere in that range, where it's a higher.
I don't leave those numbers in my brain.
Yeah, that's too early.
White, last one.
Yeah. Is it shiny? Great. Yeah. So, but yeah, using double-sided tape or even a
Yeah,
double-sided
yeah.
foam, if you need something that's a little cushier to get in there, that can always work too. So anyway, but yeah. Give it a
Yeah,
try.
it's
Let
a
me know what you
versatile
think.
little new tool.
I know. Well, and the fact that it doesn't spin and that it's just like, and that you can like
Yes.
charge it and go. You don't have to, I love that there are tools that, like this one, that you can recharge and use anywhere. So if you're not necessarily in a jewelry studio or are, making jewelry on the go or doing something like at a fair or, someplace where you don't have access to your studio, this thing's portable enough that you can take it with you. And you don't have to have like all of the flex shaft stuff, and all the sandpaper and all the stuff. So because it's in such a nice, sweet little kit, it's easy to sort of pack and take with you, and if you got that and your portable torch with you, coming jewelry in the world with your shoebox full of stuff. Add this to your shoebox jewelry.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like at a fair, and something gets nicked, then
Yeah, yeah. And some people sit there and work and do repairs and stuff at some of those
yeah,
fairs too. So
yeah.
it's a great option. Well, thanks, ladies.
Run version.
Hey, sip around. See you guys later. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe and ring the bell and do all the things.
Know all that stuff. People know all that. We don't need.
And tell your friends. Invite your friends to watch Tooltip Tuesday because this is stuff for everybody. And there's 200 of these things out there. So some free good content for you guys to learn and grow in your own studio. So
We got requested for a link, so we'll put it in the description.
absolutely. We'll add that down there. And do take a look at some of the other ones because the prices, like I said, vary from like 30 to 50 something bucks, just depending on whether it includes shipping or not. So sometimes I think we're real used to like pushing the button and Prime's included if you're a Prime member. So make sure you look at the shipping because the shipping can be like 14 or 15 bucks for this thing. And it's like, or just pay the full amount and get it tomorrow. So I was like, I'm gonna pay the full amount and get it tomorrow. All right, people. Have a great week. We'll see you next week for Tooltip Tuesday. Bye, everybody.